Hello everyone, 124san's here with a quick draft of Final Fantasy. Unlike Premier Draft or traditional draft, Quick Draft is me drafting with 7 bots, so there are no timer in each pack and I can spend whatever the time I want. Without further ado, let's start with the pack 1 pick 1, which is definitely gonna be the bomb Safer Almasi here. Safer Almasi gives any of the creature double strike as long as it's attacking alone, and if Safer himself was able to connect, you can cast free spell from graveyard like Thunder Magic or Combat Tutorial, which is nice, and I'm gonna pick Safer over those good commons. Pack 1, pick 2, rare is taken, so let's see what is the common for us. We're gonna Combat Tutorial, and I think that's the best common in this pack power level wise. The rares aren't that exciting, the uncommons aren't that exciting, and the red cards are not great, period. So I think I'm just gonna take a Combat Tutorial. Pack 1, pick 3. The red cards get a little bit better, but blue cards are pretty good in Sleep Magic and Dreams of Laguna. So the problem is basically, do I stay in red for Safer Almasi, or do I have to take more blue cards because blue cards are more powerful? And there's also a good green card in Town Reader. And Safer is relatively easy to splash. I think I take a Sleep Magic to go with Combat Tutorial actually. Pick 4. We can pick another Combat Tutorial that goes in blue, but we also have Sephiroth's Intervention, which is very good in black. Removal is super important, and Sephiroth's Intervention kills almost everything. But I think I like Sephiroth's Intervention over second Combat Tutorial, even though that will be a third color, which doesn't go well with Safer. Pack 1, pick 5. We gotta retrieve the Esper for a decent blue card, and Blazing Bomb for exactly blue-red. It's a pretty decent card in blue-red. Or take Crossroads Village for fixing, but in this early stage of draft, I think I want more playables. Let's take more blue cards. Pick 6. We got blue filler in Magic Damper. Does work well with Safer. And we got decent black filler in Red and Reno. Red cards are just not great, period. I think I'm willing to take Magic Damper here. Stay more in blue. Pick 7. Another Magic Damper. A Dark Knight Greatsword is good. The red card really sucks for Safer, sadly. I think I'm gonna take a black card. Dark Knight Greatsword. Pick 8. We got a really good sign of pick 8's Dreams of Laguna and Sahagin. The boss usually are disciplined, so seeing the good cards late means this color is open. And we're definitely taking the message here. Let's take Sahagin first over first Dreams of Laguna, because Sahagin good in multiples. Pick 9. We have got Sorcerer's Skins, which is a nice card in blue-red. Do I take it over filler like Structures or Hectice? I think so. Pick 10. Everything's filler here. I think I like taking blue filler more. Pick 11. A Blazing Bomb will be nice if I'm 100% sure I'm playing blue-red, which I cannot be sure right now, so let's take a blue filler instead of the bomb. Pick 12. Not gonna play anything here, take any uncommon. Pick 13, well, we got a bomb here. It's playable if we are blue-red. And pack 2, pick 1, we get... The rare is I don't think it's a bomb worthy of a rare, but it is a nice card. Whenever I cast a non-creature, equipped creature gets a counter, and it also triggers when I draw a third card each turn, which is like after a combat tutorial basically. So yeah, pretty easy to trigger, especially in blue-red. And the equip cost is super low, like only 2, so I can just move it around freely. Taking this over Mountain Chocobo, and other blue cards are not that great. Back to pick 2, we go past a Lightning. Lightning will be like a super expensive card in the paper. But in draft, it's still good in drafts. It dies to like any removal, even dies to 1 mana Thunder Magic. My pick here is gonna be the Emperor. The raw power is just insane with this card. And if I'm able to flip it, it's a pretty good payoff in late game. And yeah, play an Emperor on 2 into a 4 mana Retrieve the Esper is a pretty strong play. Well, Sorcerer Scheme is kind of fishy because not gonna have any instant sorcery in graveyard. Hopefully we can pick up 4 or more non-creature spells for the Emperor after this. And yep, speaking of which, we just got Eject, which is like the premium 4 or more non-creature spells. And without this, there's also Retrieve the Esper. And there's also black cards, but I think I'm willing to be blue-red at this point. Let's take the Eject. Pick 4. Oh boy. There's like absolutely nothing here, isn't it? We have to be in Grixis color, that's for sure. So not gonna take anything that's not in those colors. Really don't like Anima here because it's not a non-creature and it hurts you by playing it. And I don't like Pandora because it just does nothing. And if you spend 2 mana Surveil 1 in the early game, you're seriously falling behind. Gonna take Ariman actually. Pick 5. Black card is better here with Shinra Reinforcement. If red is on splash, Emperor suddenly gets a lot worse. I think I'm just taking Ice Flan. Play more in blue. Pick 6. Wow, this is really weak pack for blue-red. And if you're in black, you get a dire red at least. But maybe I should be in blue-black after all. Either this or Missing Elder, which are both very filler. Let's go with Elder actually. And then we got handed Light of Judgment is actually playable, and it's a 5 or more. But I'm very low on this when there's also a dual lands playable in this pack. Let's just take dual land on both of these colors. And pick 8, call the Mountain Chocobo is very good news. It's a 4 mana non-creature spell. Works super well with Emperor and Sahagin. And I can do it again by paying 6 mana. Definitely gonna play this. Looks like blue is actually not that open. From what I've seen, pick 9, just take the Monk Fist. Don't play a second Magic Damper. Pick 10, not gonna play Sandworm. Gonna both are pretty fair. Gonna take the Ifrit, which is lower costed. Pick 12, play Sage Nautilus. Gonna play this over at Monk's Fist. Pick 12, and really nothing here. 13, nothing here. And let's check out the pack 3, pick 1, which we get. At least we get a Sahagin. The rares are not good for us. The push is good if we're in more black, which we are not. So yeah, let's just take the Sahagin. Pick 2, Triple Triad is unplayable. Vayne's Treachery is good in black, but we also get Suplex good in blue, good in red, I mean. So yeah, gonna take a Suplex. Kinda low on removal right now. This helps out a little bit. Pick 3, we got Summon Shiva. Very good tempo play, also draws you card. Gonna pick that over other red cards. Pick 4. Dreams of Laguna is pretty great, and we don't have any Dreams of Laguna right now, so our first copy is definitely gonna be high priority. Pick 5, anything for us. There's a removal ink stuck in some section, which is quite nice. Over nothing else actually. Let's take it. Pick 6. Oh, so filler. We actually have a decent amount of artifacts for Valkyrie aerial unit, even though this is not a good card usually. Still, I'll pick this over anything else. And Raj Mage Rapier is so bad. I'm playing Monk Fist over it. Not gonna play any of this. Or we can play an Adventure Airship, which is so filler, but it is a 3-drop. And the artifact also. Pick 8. Got another Mountain Chocobo, which is quite great. Over nothing else really. Pick 9. Blazing Bomb number 2. Don't think it's good, and yeah, black is actually open. So the most open color for us is gonna be blue-black, but we missed that. Take a single page here. Not gonna play anything here, and I think that's it for the draft. And let's go to the deck building, which we're gonna cut a couple cards. And we have a lot of fillers at 3, which is what we don't want to see. Like, there is no Wyvern in 3, which is sad. Cut the Primal Vista first, because it's so filler. Also cut Sephiroths, because don't want to splash just for removal. And we're not good at splashing. This Magic Damper, I think I'm gonna keep Magic Damper for the Sahagins and save for Almasi. I'm gonna play all the filler 3s because I have no 3s to play. Blazing Bomb is quite nice. How many spells can trigger? Can trigger the 4 or more actually. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's like 6 ways, but call the Mountain Chocobo and retrieve the Asper and Sorceress cause doubles. So there's like 10 ways to trigger it. And also single bait can kinda trigger it, so that's like 10.5, which is a decent number. So yeah, I think we're good on that front. This deck probably doesn't need a Valkyrie aerial unit, it's just not easy to cast. And an airship is a most filler 3-drop, so I'm gonna cut that. And are we doing 16 lands? Think we should. We should be 16 lands. Color land and probably a 2-drop. Sage Snow Lifts, which is pretty filler. And we got the 40 cards. Let's put the spells back in and put the removals and other stuff aside and take a whole look at this deck. We are actually kind of low on removal. 4 removals. I don't like 4 as a number. But we can reuse Suplex with Safer if we ever get to that point. And also works well with social schemes. And the single phase is a decent interaction. Works well with Eject and Dreams of Laguna. 2 copies of Blazing Bomb, which works just fine in this deck. Do I play the play the Prima Vista just to trigger it one more time? It's something to think about. I think I actually like that more than Ice Flan, actually. But like both are not good, but this card works better in this deck, so let's go with that route. And yep, that is for this deck. I think this card can be better, but I'm fine with just this 40. And let's head to the gameplay. Alright, here is game 1. We start with Sahagin and Dreams of Laguna, which is quite nice. And also the Primal Vista triggers Sahagin as well. So yeah, this is a keep. Hopefully we draw a 3-drop. But can always play Dreams of Laguna on 3 as well. So let's see, we draw a card of Mountain Chocobo, which is quite nice here. We're gonna play Sahagin and then Dreams and then call the Mountain Chocobo. Adalbert, sure. Oh, we draw a 3-drop, nice. I'm gonna play the Sahagin and hopefully they don't have equipment for Adalbert. Let's attack Tomberry, and they didn't attack, that means they don't have anything, which is nice. Summon GF Ifrits can discard a card and draw a card. Do I want to discard a land here? I think I want to actually. The second question, do I attack into this Adalbert into 2 mana? I think I don't want to attack. In case they use removal on GF Ifrits and Adalbert gets in. So let's just play the Ifrits and discard and draw. Discard a tap land. Draw a Safer, which is pretty nice. No attacks. Black Mage Rod bumps Adalbert into 3-2, and I'm 100% blocking that. And then we got Sleep Magic. Pretty good against Tomberry, but I think I'm gonna call a Mountain Chocobo first. Yes, Safer is not a strong play right now. Because Sahagin's gonna attack for 2, that is. Don't want to trade, so I think Sahagin's on blocking duty for now. Corner. Yep, corner gonna sacrifice a bird. Tomberry gonna get in, which is fine. Cannot block that. And this turn we can deal with the Tomberry by Sleep Magic. And I think I'm not gonna play Safer. Let's play another Sahagin, so the Primal Vista gonna have a huge value here. Retrieve is fine. It's not that fine because I'm taking a lot here. This is Dream to Laguna. Go to Suplex. Suplex is fine. If I draw a land, I'm gonna Safer. If I don't draw a land, just gonna Primal Vista here and attack with the big Sahagin. And can always block the Robo Warrior. It's fine. Alright, now we can play Safer. Safer the Prime Vista for the double hit, which is nice. So first thing, Safer. And then don't think I need to suplex anything on the board. It didn't present any threats whatsoever, so I'm just gonna Safer the Primal Vista for 2 hits. Through this. Double attack. Primal Vista is usually a weak card, but it's super strong here when opponents just cannot deal with flyers. And I have Safer to give it double strike. Shiva gonna tap down something. Gonna be Primal Vista. But then I can just Sahagin double strike. But yeah, there's just no win for opponents. And we got our first victory. Let's head to the game 2. Alright, here is game 2. We start with mono blue lands, but with all mono red lands with blue spells, which is not good. So I'm gonna mulligan this. It's still a little bit sus, but much more keepable. It's gonna be hard to cast Shiva, but the Shiva's upside is much more than Mystic Elder, so bottom Mystic Elder. Hopefully draw any land for combat tutorial and a land afterwards for Mountain Chocobo. Opponents draw into Saz Chocobo, which is not good. This is like one of the best 1-drop you can play on turn 1. And they have 2 of them? Damn. Well, if we're gonna lose any game, this will be the games we lose. Just 2 Chocobos. And if they have a suplex right now, I'm in big trouble. Yep, I'm definitely gonna block one of them. And then come back tutorial. That means I have another block lined up next turn, which is all quite nice. Yep. Still a good attack for them. At least I'm not taking double the damage. Gigantoad. Yeah, this is the Mountain Chocobo turn. And still on blocking duty. Mountain Chocobo for them as well. At least I can double block a Chocobo now. And Sahagan's not gonna die to the Sas Chocobo. They're gonna attack alright. No attack. I'm very fine with that. Because I can just lock down one Chocobo with Shiva. Let's do that. Yeah, 1 mana 4/5. Definitely a good card, right? And there's another landfall, and they're guaranteed 7th land with Autumn Chocobo. And they got a Gladius. Gladius gonna get something. And put more counters on Chocobo, and the Gigantoad is gonna be a 6/6. Which is pretty bad. Not gonna lie. Ooh. This is ugly. Attack with 2 creatures. I'm gonna block here. They're gonna eat Sahagan probably. Oh, they eat the Shiva, that's fine. Actually, I don't think it's fine, it's not fine. And I think that's pretty much it. I cannot deal with this more whatsoever. So yeah. There's nothing I can do if they have 2 Sas Chocobo in turn 1. Right, head to game 3. Alright, here's game 3. We start with Astrologian's Planisphere into combat tutorial. This would be nice if I drew another land, which is the risk that I'm gonna take. Okay, this hand functions with 1 more land draw, which is not the next one. Please. Please be a land draw. I tend to keep more 2-landers because it's easier to draw lands than not drawing lands. Guild? I cannot block Guild. Please? Yep. Okay, I got rewarded. So now I think I'm gonna combat tutorial. That will give this a lot of counters. By a lot, I mean 3 counters in 1 spell, which is quite nice. Attack with it. And next turn, hold up Syncopates and Stuck. Unless something else comes up. Red Mage Rapier. I gotta draw and discard. I'm fine with that. Do need a island for Shiva because Shiva is double pip. Zac Fair to protect something. Okay, Zac Fair doesn't work against Stuck, so I'm fine with Zac Fair. Attack. With Safer Almasi, I think I'm gonna cast that, and the opponent's probably gonna chump block here. Unless they're willing to take 8, that is. Yep, got the chump block. And I am not gonna block if they just attack here. Because yeah, Zac Fair can trade favorably into Guild. Or they just give up, okay. I'll take that as well. So now I'm 2-1, heading into game 4. Alright, this is game 4. We start with going first, that's nice, no 2 draws, but we get a combat tutorial on 3 into part of the Mountain Chocobo at 4. keepable hand. Just hope opponent doesn't have like turn 1 Saz Chocobo or turn 1 Ragavan. I'll be doomed if they have those. They don't, which is nice. Draw a Safer, which is also nice. Just need to draw one more land to play all these expensive cards, which we did. So we're gonna come back to the tutorial, draw 2. Unless they counter this, of course. I'm fine they counter this. That means they have no counter for the next card spells I'm gonna cast. Alright. Expand their Singuiz here. And they draw Ultros into tap land. I have an option to just run call the Mountain Chocobo first. I think I'm actually gonna do that instead of Safer. Because Safer is gonna get locked down by Ultros. This makes Safer a better play compared to playing Mountain Chocobo. Alright. Cannot get rid of the Ultros, sadly. Summon Shiva will be the most on curve play, but if this ever gets tapped down, it's like a pretty useless creature. So I think I should play another Chocobo actually. If you heard the Discord sound, that's not you, that's me. And sorry about that. Lockdown Chocobo, yep, this is pretty much expected. So Ultros is ultra annoying with all these non-creature spells. Yep, gonna play the Shiva now. Not gonna play a Safer into no immediate value. And next turn we're most likely gonna be Safer, depends on what they have. Landfall into 6 open mana? Damn. Lock down this again. Don't think I'm gonna play Safer into 6 open mana. But anyways, let's attack first. Ejects and lock down. Well, that's a very strong play by opponents. To stop all of them. In that case, I'm playing a Safer afterwards. Before they can counter. And no Sage Notives. Ah, this Ultras give them so much tempo. Not gonna lie. And yep, Dreams of Laguna is a guaranteed lockdown next turn. Oh, Sage No-Lives can help with the Ultras a bit. Well, actually no, it doesn't matter too much. Unless they put stun counter on my turn. That'll be helping. Seventh land from them. Into a VV Ornithir. I think I need to lock down that, even though... Yep. Wait, actually, I should have flashed the Stucking Summon sentence. I drew one more card. That's completely on me. Should have think about that. Yeah, if I use Stuck on Summon Sentence on Vivi, Vivi still has the passive, which is super annoying, not gonna lie. But at least they don't get the activate ability, which is really powerful, especially with Lionheart. Go to combat, they're gonna use Dreams right now, lock down something, and they lock down Safer, and I'm gonna untap Safer with Sage Attack. Oh no, I cannot untap it because it says target attacking creature. Well, unfortunate. Yeah, I'm gonna get all tempo to hell because of these Ultras. And if they have the Ice Magic for 8, I'll be ultra doomed. Yep, that's another card collection. Then if they have 8 cards in graveyard, they're gonna have 2 flyers, which is gonna be disastrous. And Blazing Bomb can 1-for-1 safer Almasi if they just equip Lionheart. Yep, not looking good here, definitely. Move to Ultras and attack by 4, fine. Untap these two. Going to retrieve. Yes, playable spell. Mountain Chocobo for a land. Retrieve the Esper for 3/3 and pass. If they have the ice magic, I'm just dead on spot because they can Blazing Bomb, kill a blocker, and Ultra's gonna get 8 counter on it, and also get rid of the other blocker with ice magic. Astrologician, I take 1. 6 mana. Are they thinking of moving the Lionheart to Blazing Bomb and 1-for-1 is safer? Combat tutorial, take 1. Yep, two counters here. If they have a 4 or more spell, I'm just gonna scoop here. And do they have 8? Not yet, but any spells that can hit the graveyard, or no, they don't need spells, they just need to stack this Blazing Bomb. And yep, I'm gonna scoop here. There's no way I come back from this. Oh, they get so much from the Ultras and the VV. And yeah, this is definitely not it. 2-2 heading into game 5. Alright, this is game 5. We start with Sahagin into retrieve the Esper. Definitely a keep. Alright, so drew enough lands for playing every spell in my hand. Opponent drew an Emperor, not nice. That's very not nice from them. Because they're gonna curve into a 4 or more. Yep, that's what exactly they do. And now they have 2 3/3s. I think I played the other Sahagin, so my retrieved Esper gets better. Please don't play anything outrageous. Not a fan of this. Now they attack by 7. And I cannot deal with anything about that. Draw 2 lands in a row, not nice. Retrieve the Esper. Get counters. And hopefully we stabilize after this point. But they're guaranteed to play another Retrieve the Esper next turn. Not nice. I mean this turn. They can just play a land and then the Emperor taps for mana for doing so. Move to combat. No attackers. Leaving all the mana up. Fine. Fine by me. I think I just leave out Omega Big single bait. And pass turn. Yeah, X equals 3, so I get the value out of this. And now they have the Lord Master of Hell, which attacks and deals 2 damage for now. Summon Shiva, tap down a blocker. I still have other blockers up at least. And I have to trade in this Lord Master of Hell. There's no other option. And at least that's dealt with. That's something. I can get back Syncope, so I don't think I want to do that. So let's just play the Emperor and Sorcerer Schemes the Retrieve. And I get locked down another creature, and I have to half block a 3/3. Oriole? Yeah, I have the block here. Alright, so they have 2 Retrieve the Esper lined up for future. And then we got our own fair share of Shiva. Don't think I want to Shiva right now. Because if I don't Shiva, if they somehow get a thing on the Sahagin, then I'll just be dead. So I think I actually have to Shiva right now. Lock down here. If I attack, to draw more cards, but think I have to do that. Need to start attacking on this side too. You met Pixie. Yep, we don't have flying blockers, and they just present 2 flyers in a row. Lock down this one, and be at least gonna take 2. Most likely gonna be more, because if they have combat tutorial, I'm just dead. I think social scheme for syncopate and cast Retrieve the Esper. I think that's the plan. And Sahagin is like 6 now. Opponent can attack with the Dragon's Vibrant to get us down to 1. This is definitely attacking. What about the other ones? If I attack with another thing, I only have 2 blockers. If they get rid of one of them, I just lose. So, just attack with Sahagin. Hopefully they cannot buff this Dragon's Vibrant. If they can have any equipment, any combat tricks, any combat tutorials, I'm just dead on the spot. Or any way to deal 1 damage. Yep, that's it. Oh, this is frustrating. As I go into 2-3 and go to mythic outside of top 1200. I'll have to play more games to get back to the 1200 mythic. Kinda sucks, but gotta deal with this. And yep, this is a 2-3. Taking another look at this deck. This deck's missing a lot of stuff. Yeah, especially 3-drops. There's not a lot of 3-drops, like Mystian Elder and Chief Ifrit is like the most filler thing on 3. And 2-drops are nice, but no early removal, also have Suplex. 0 Thunder Magic is a problem. Actually, Sleep Magic would be nice if I drew it against stuff like South Chocobo. And yeah, that's still not enough. Like small removals against the Flyers and other removals is definitely not good enough. The 4-drops are quite nice. We have Safer and a lot of non-creature spells. But yeah, pretty mediocre deck, and I think we hit the lower end of the variance. Then that's how we end up with 2-3 today. Not a great result, but we can't do good in like every single draft, right? Right, that will be it for this draft. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.